Hi everyone, welcome back to the 3D Light tutorials. This is tutorial number 1. We'll see an introduction to 3D Light for Maya. So if you open Maya and load a model, in this case I loaded an SDS teapot and nothing else, no lights, no anything, and just apply one shader, regular Maya shader to your geometry. In this case I'm using a ramp shader. You will be able to render with 3D Light. We've seen that you can load the plugin from the plugin manager. It will be already loaded here, 3D Light for my 8.5. Once it's loaded, if you go to the render settings, you will see 3D Light in the pull down menu, because 3D Light is now a fully registered Maya renderer. Here are the common options you can choose, and 3D Light tab will give you an overview of the parameters that we will use. The parameters can be created with the render pass mechanism, the multiple render pass mechanism, which we will see in the next tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll just see how to render directly with no tweaking whatsoever a Maya scene. So if I just click the render button here, the image will, the shaders will be built, and the image will be rendered into the Maya render view. So we have our SDS teapot with, you can see, perfect anti-aliasing and slightly red specular highlight, as it is, you see, prompted here into the ramp shader. So as you can see, the process is very straightforward. Now let's load another scene. Wait a second, and open this one. This scene is slightly more complex. I mean, always very simple. We have, however, 3 spotlights and an ambient light. This is always a regular Maya workflow, so each light has a shadow, some parameters were set for filtering and bias, and just very straightforward parameters anyway. We have 3 shaders and a ground and some objects. So again, we just choose 3D Light and render here on the button, and the shaders will be built. By the way, 3D Light now detects any change in the shaders, so if you don't change anything, the next rendering will be much faster. And now we're rendering a spotlight for each spotlight depth shadow for each light, and then we can see the final image rendered into the render view. You can see the alpha. So we can keep this and render again, maybe with Maya software, just to compare. There you go. Of course, the aliasing here is much worse, and the shadows, you can see, are quite jammed, all of them. Actually, 3D Light renders a perfect image there. You can see that 3D Light starts understanding all the Maya nodes, for example, in this case, the checker node. You're probably curious to know which nodes are supported. So basically, every node is supported. Now I'm going to open a scene which will blow your eyes. This is from my good friend Tom Kluskins. We were working together at Alias Wavefront back in the good old times. So this flower here has quite a complex shading network. Let's look into it. Let's get the shading groups. Go to full screen Maya. Just choose what we want and go through. So this is a bit more complex, right? We have some crazy texturing system, and animation curves, and set range, utility nodes, sample reinforce somewhere. So it's quite a complex shading network. Now let's see how 3D Light handles this. Just as I told you the last time, we just click here and just rendering default mood. And 3D Light will build all the shaders and then render the image into the render view. So this is quite a complex shader, more than production proof. Oh yeah, I have also set deep shadow for this light. We will see deep shadows later on. By the way, there is bump also. I didn't set up any displacement and some crazy texturing to make it soft and nice looking. So you can see 3D Light can handle very complex shading networks in no time actually. Very beautiful image, and as you can see, perfect anti-aliasing everywhere. So nice flower, and thanks to Tom Kluskins for showing his amazing shading network skills. And so now I would like to show you the geometry support of 3D Light. So if we open a scene which is called teapots, where is it? There you go. So 3D Light is not only able to render each of the Maya shading utility nodes and well, all the cool nodes that you can use in Maya, but it's also able, so each of these nodes basically, but it's also able to support any Maya geometry. So in this case, here we have a very simple subdivision surface teapot. We've rendered it before, we can re-render it, no problem. There you go, our SDS teapot. The 3D Light, as I was saying, it supports basically any kind of geometry that Maya supports. So if we go back here, we turn off the visibility on the on the SDS teapot, and we put up the poly teapot. Okay, nothing too fancy, but let's render also this one. Okay, that's it, the poly teapot. And up to here, nothing totally incredible. Also, NURBS are supported. Here's the NURBS, actually a bunch of patches. Okay, let's render also this one. If you're looking here, you know that things are going to get more interesting now. Okay, a bunch of NURBS patches, perfectly stitched together. Okay, that's cool too. And then we go back here, and we turn off visibility on NURBS, and let's go to a particle teapot. 3D Light supports fully each of Maya particle type, and supports a lot of attributes on a per particle basis. We will see this into the specific particle tutorial. This is just plain a regular color. Anyway, let's render this. By the way, 3D Light has a super efficient point primitive, which allows you to, which is rendered in standard RI point, which allows to render huge amounts of particles in no time. Okay, cool. I didn't put any shadow or light. This is just a regular Maya light, default light. So we could have some cool self-shadowing, adding deep shadow. We will see this in other cool tutorials. Okay, so particles, no problem. Let's see if fur is supported. We have a furry teapot here. I saw that before. 3D Light is also able to fully understand fur through the RI curve primitive, which is extremely fast and good quality anti-aliasing primitive. So here we go. Probably a bunch of hair, I don't remember what did they set. Here we go, our furry teapot is appearing. So also here we're just using regular my default light, no shadows. You can see that the shaders are actually translated too. So the shader of the llama description, which I used for this teapot, was automatically translated. You have to do anything. I mean, you have to do nothing. It will automatically handle all the characteristics. Perfect anti-aliasing, perfect alpha channel, of course. So then we see what we can do again. Oh, okay, this is a curve, NURBS curve stuff. Excellent. 3D Light is able to render also there. let's render this. Okay, there you go. This is like a curvy teapot with standard shading. Okay, let's go to something like hair. Maybe let's simulate a bit these hairs. Maybe, oops, sorry. This is my hairs, and I'm gonna zoom out. There you go. I'm just using a default shader here, so what I'm interested in here is to show you that there is a full geometry support. So here we have hair. I could have used much more. And then we go to paint effects. Yes, it does also support paint effects. It supports mesh paint effects translated to polygons. So let's render this, and also curves paint effects, which are automatically rendered. No need to translate it to polygons like with other renderers. As you can see also from the image which is going to appear now, all the shaders are automatically translated. So for you it's a very smooth process to use 3D. This could be, of course, much faster, but I'm creating all these on a laptop. So very nice. Our crystal covered teapot. And then we will see the curve version. It's quite a lot of crystals actually. Okay, great. Again, we have very nice alpha channel. And finally, yes, we have the paint effects curve. So these are just regular, curves, like grass curves. There's no mesh paint effects. I'm sorry, there's something wrong with my mouse. There we go. And let's render also this one. So this one, there is no conversion to polygons here, just to show you that 3D Light is able to render automatically the curves, and of course ultra fast. So you can do very nice grass fields in no time. Excellent. Much better than converting to polygons. Okay, so this should give you an overview of all the supported geometry types that 3D Light does. And I'll see you in the next tutorials. Bye bye.